Hi! It's Junius! Hey there, it's Junius. Okay, today I wanted to talk about...
Should one go to grad school?
I am just about to get my MFA in performance, in acting from university. I graduate in about a week. I'm very happy. And so I wanted to share about my fears and that I was so afraid to go to grad school. One, I thought I wouldn't ever get in. Two, I was like, should I go? As I've said in other videos, I spent 5 to 6 years living in San Francisco. Lived there because my twin sister was there, and then she left, and then I got a place to stay, and then I just wound up staying there. I didn't plan on moving there. When I went there in the summer of 2011, I didn't pack my bags and I was like, I'm moving to San Francisco. I just kind of went there to visit, and then I wound up getting a place to stay and a job and went to school, and I was there for 6 years. In those 6 years, I really wanted to go to grad school. I'd been wanting to go to grad school since I was a freshman in college, which was all the way back in 2007. I'm ancient. Sorry. So I would ask everybody, should I go to grad school? Because what I wanted to study was acting, and acting does not pay. Being an actor is not a profession that you should choose if you want to make a lot of money, especially for somebody like me who, I did theater in the Bay Area, but I never made any money from it. I think the most I was ever paid for something was $400, and at the time, that was my rent for a month. So to me, that was a lot of money. But that was for 2.5 months of rehearsal and 7 shows or 8 shows. And for me, I don't care if I'm paid to be in a play because I love it and I don't need to get paid. People that I go to school with here have said, once you get your MFA, you need to get paid. So anyway, I was really going, should I do this? I was really envious of anybody that I heard was going to grad school, even if they weren't going to grad school for the kind of thing that I wanted to go to grad school for. I heard horror stories about people getting into Yale or Harvard or the acting program at NYU, being $150,000 in debt after they graduate and then going and working at Starbucks, which is where I worked for 2 years. And thankfully, I wasn't in any debt from undergrad, and thankfully, because I chose to go to the school that I chose to go to, I didn't have to pay them, they paid me. So I asked everybody, when people ask me or tell me that they want to go to grad school, the first thing that I say is, don't pay. That's my personal opinion. I'm glad I didn't pay for grad school. If you don't pay for grad school, it's a different thing entirely. It's a job. You have to think about how much money are you willing to spend, how much time are you willing to spend in school, what do you want to learn in grad school. A lot of people will say, well, I want to go to grad school because I want to go to grad school. And mostly it's that, people are like, I don't know what to do next in my life, so I'm going to go to grad school. That's not a good enough. I personally don't think that's a good enough reason to go to grad school. That's the reason I went. I went to grad school because I didn't have anything else going on in my life. I didn't know what to do next, so I went to grad school. Not that I regret it. I don't regret it at all. I'm glad that I went. But you don't need to go to grad school. You do not need to get your MFA in acting in order to be an actor. You don't need to go to grad school. I think for me, it was important for me to weigh the pros and cons. For me, the fact that I was getting paid to come here and that I was going to get health insurance, that made me go, yeah. And it was kind of like a duh question. Like, if somebody's going to pay you to do something that you love, do it. Should you go to grad school? That's really up to you. But for me, it was important to not pay. I think they should pay you. You should not pay them. There are times when I wish that I'd gone to a school with a whole bunch of professors who had ties into the industry. The professors that I have right now have ties into the industry, but they are not currently working professionally as actors. And that's fine. But there are times when I wish that I had gone to a school where my professors were working actors, if that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with them not being working actors. It's not like I didn't like them as professors, or that I learned any less from them because they weren't currently working as acting professionals. But it's also left me at the end with no job. Perhaps if I'd gone to a school that was more expensive, I would have left with a job. I would have left grad school with my equity card. But getting your equity card doesn't mean you're guaranteed anything. As an actor, there's no guarantees. My father always says, it's not like you were training to be a doctor. If you're training to be a doctor or a lawyer or a psychiatrist, you follow X, Y, and Z steps, and then you are a psychiatrist. I am an actor already. I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm an actor. I believe that when you go into grad school, and you leave grad school, you are going to come into grad school as smart as you are, and you're going to leave grad school as smart as you are. You're not going to get any more talented or any smarter because you went to grad school. You are going to be just as smart and just as talented. You're going to know more things, but you're not going to get any more talented. I learned more about myself than I did about acting. And for me personally, learning about myself and who I am and what I like and what I don't like as an actor and as a person and who I am and what I value was so much more important than any acting class that I took. Not that the acting classes that I took were bad, but for me, grad school was hard, and it was hard in different ways than I thought it would be. Being in grad school has taught me how to be a professional in the business. That's what they're trying to prepare you for. I think that, I'm not an expert in grad school, but I think that any grad school that you go to, any MFA program that you go to get your MFA in acting, or anything theater related, that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to prepare you for the profession. I am prepared for the profession now because I've learned how to be professional. I've learned how to conduct myself in a rehearsal hall. I've learned how to conduct myself in an academic setting. I've learned how to conduct myself in rehearsal. I've learned how to be on top of my stuff and how to meld with a group of people, how to be a good collaborator. The business side of acting is just as important as the acting side of acting. I think that's all that I have to say on that subject for now. Thanks for watching.